What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management Channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm gonna be doing an update on MMTLP and FINRA saga.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed, born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And guys, for today's video I have an amazing news. We have pure evidence that for now the chances to solve our problem through one of the recent paths has drastically increased, and I will explain you why I think so. On top of that, I will explain you what we can do on top of this and how Kennedy might help us to win this battle. So, and before we dive deep into all of this, guys, please hit the like button for YouTube algorithm and drop me a line in the comment section for whatever reasons you want. And let's start with the news itself. I want to begin my today's video with the tweet that was published by Scott Trott. And for those of you who don't know, Scott Trott just several weeks ago wrote a letter that was addressed to Charles Schwab, and this letter pretty much exposed all the illegal activity, and this letter asked a lot of tricky questions to Charles Schwab, and definitely this was the first step to see the resolution from the Scott Trott perspective. The second step that was made by him just recently is the RICO lawsuit that he filed just several days ago, and I have to say that the main order of this, let me show you right here, the main order of this lawsuit is following. So, let me quote it for you. Based on the foregoing findings, it is hereby ordered that 1. Chairman Gary Gensler, in his official capacity as chairman of the Securities and Exchange Commission, shall immediately direct FINRA to restart trading in MMTLP stock for 2 consecutive trading days. And guys, definitely this is quite severe order, and as for me personally, I have a lot of doubts to see this order granted by judge, but other points, other bullet points are also quite interesting and important for the community. And guys, Scott Trott just 16 hours ago wrote this tweet. He said, "Hello folks, does anyone have final numbers on ST transfers? I'm in need of knowing as precisely as possible how many shares are registered at the AST. And guys, if you know this information, please provide the link or provide this information itself to Scott Trott, because he is one of the most active community members right now, who is acting and who is basically trying to do his best in order to solve this problem. And guys, let me show you this response from Sam IM. And I covered basically the 10K part of the 10K report that was published by Average Hydrocarbons just a couple of days ago. And here is, and basically I have to admit that this report is not the best one in terms of the details. And here is another part of this report that was related to the question of Scott Trott, and let me quote what did Sam IM write. No, Average Hydrocarbons choose not provide that information in the 10K. They also mentioned nothing about us needing to transfer that I saw. All they said is there are only 5.9 thousand shareholders at ST. The rest stayed with their brokers like they are allowed to do. And I have to say that yes, as you can see on this screenshot, in the 10K form you can find this information. As of June 25th of 2024, we have approximately 5,975 holders of record of shares of our common stock. In computing the number of holders of record, each broker-dealer and clearing corporation holding shares on behalf of its customers, the holder of the common stock is counted as a single shareholder. A significant number of shares of our common stock are held in either nominee name or street name brokerage accounts, and consequently are unable to determine the exact number of beneficial owners of our common stock. And guys, this information by itself is quite weird for the company, because definitely on their books, they have to know the exact number of shares and where these shares are located right now. And I have to say that we don't have this information. Next Bridge Hydrocarbons doesn't have this information, and we cannot ask anyone, even the authorities, who has to have this information. And in my personal opinion, they have it because of the blue sheeting data, because of all of the capabilities of SEC and FINRA. But for some reasons, they don't want to disclose this information. And I have to say that it's quite weird. So guys, and for now, let's go straight into the main news of today's video. Christine Shaughnessy wrote this tweet just 14 hours ago, and she said, Joe Biden drops out of a presidential race. And she refers to this letter that was written by Joe Biden himself and that was signed by Joe Biden himself just several hours ago, as you can see, on July 21st, 2024. And I want to pay attention to just one paragraph. It has been the greatest honor of my life to serve as your president. And while it has been my intention to seek re-election, I believe it is in the best interest of my party and the country for me to stand down and to focus solely on fulfilling my duties as a president for the remainder of my term. This means Joe Biden drops out of the presidential race, but he is still the actual president of the United States of America. And a lot of people, especially from the Republican side, they think that it is a lot of contradictions in this statement. If he cannot run for the presidential race, why in the world he want to stay till the end of his duties? In my opinion, it doesn't make sense. On top of that, a lot of Congress members also think that it is not the best decision if he doesn't want to run for the president. Why in the world he is still the actual president? And Representative Ralph Norman wrote this tweet, and I have to say that it is completely irrelevant to the MMTLP case. But guys, take a look right here on the comments of this tweet, and we have all of the comments, pretty much all of them are related to MMTLP saga. And this is, in my opinion, another evidence how important our community is, and on top of that, how important the opinion of Representative Ralph Norman on our case and how important his point of view and his position. That is why, guys, we still have to ask him and ask Pete Sessions what is their position on MMTLP case, because just recently we had a lot of contradicting information that might be not so pleasant for MMTLP community. On top of that, guys, let's take a look right here. Just several months ago, on March the 4th of this year, Senator John Kennedy wrote this tweet. The SEC's CAT could put the personal data of 158 million Americans at risk. That's why I introduced a bill to protect Americans from this prime database and demanded the SEC investigate the CAT's privacy risks. So guys, you probably remember all these actions that were surrounding the CAT implementation, and fortunately, we won this battle. And let me pay your attention on this tweet that was published by Mark Basil on March the 6th. He wrote, Senator, for someone that I always thought of as having high moral character, you should personally familiarize yourself about the MMTLP fiasco. Most of your colleagues in the Senate and the House have. Once you fully understand this situation, I believe you will actually change your views and become an advocate for the 65,000 shareholders that were harmed by the system currently in place. Be part of the solution. These people are voters too. And guys, I covered this tweet back in the days at the very beginning of March of this year. And this tweet again reminds me about another potential path to the resolution. Let me show you that for now. If you take a look on the polls, for example, project538.com, you can see that this is the poll that was recently updated. It was updated on July 21st at 12:23 p.m. And the question is following: who is favored to win the 2024 presidential election? And we have this, first of all, we have this reminder. As of July 21st at 2 p.m. Eastern, President Joe Biden has suspended his campaign for the 2024 Democratic Party nomination for president. We will publish an election forecast including the new presumptive Democratic nominee when such nominee is announced. And guys, the most tricky part of this presidential campaign is that Joe Biden was the best candidate from the Democratic Party, but it is the worst candidate ever for Democratic Party right now. Let me show you the results of these polls. First of all, Trump wins 51 times out of 100 in our simulation of the 2024 presidential election. Biden wins 49 times out of 100. And guys, here's the data itself, and if you take a look from the different pollster agencies, you can see that Trump net result is at least slightly higher by one net result than the Biden's result. In best case scenario, Trump has +6 in this column. This means Trump has much more chances to win this battle. And guys, you know that Donald Trump and his campaign tied up together to our case because of this letter that was written by Devin Nunes, the CEO of TMTG company. And in the letter that was written by him on April 23rd, you can see this attachment. And this attachment is nothing else but the letter that was written by Representative Ralph Norman in his office, and that was signed by 74 members of Congress. And that is why, guys, in my opinion, we have a huge increase in our chances to see this, to see the resolution through DJT case. But on top of that, guys, this tweet that I just read to you from Mark Basile and Senator John Kennedy reminds me about one more possibility. Let me show you this tweet, this Twitter account. It is an official account for another Kennedy, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., and he is also another candidate for President of the United States, and he's independent candidate. And guys, if we are the strongest community of the market right now, why in the world we cannot address our problem to Robert F. Kennedy? And in my opinion, we have to do it, and we have to ask him to help us as well. And why I think it is quite important for us and might be very useful. The main upside for Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is definitely his name. And for now, Democrats don't have any candidates that might beat Donald Trump. This means we can try to attack our case from another side, from the Democratic perspective. That is why, guys, if you have any chances to contact Robert F. Kennedy and to give him all the information about our case, please do it. And in this case, we will be able to try to solve our problem from another perspective. On top of that, guys, take a look right here. Pete Sessions didn't write any tweets in regards to the most recent news from Joe Biden, but take a look right here. RareDD published this just yesterday, and he said, "I get the feeling we'll see a different Pete Sessions this Monday." And he published this screenshot from The Hill that Secret Service says Kimberly Chittle will appear for Monday hearing. And Queen of Hearts wrote this question: "I don't understand what it has to do with MMTLP." And let me show you the response of RareDD. Mr. Pete Sessions has been the earliest member of Congress to seemingly advocate for the MMTLP community. He's participated in a hearing featuring Robert W. Cook, CEO of FINRA, the SRO responsible for violating their own rules and creating the alleged conditions that FINRA eventually cited as the reason to U3 halt MMTLP. The Cook hearing sessions appear to insinuate that there was some sort of understanding between Cook and himself, and it was a missed opportunity to publicly advocate for the MMTLP community. The same happened when Sessions took part in a hearing featuring Ari Rubinstein of GTS Securities, the firm that is believed to have taken part in getting MMTLP tradable. Sessions could have used a small portion of his time to publicly ask Rubinstein about his involvement in MMTLP, but he chose not to. There's been evidence that appears to link Sessions to firms that stood to lose significantly if there wasn't a youth result of MMTLP. This evidence might be a reason why Sessions was in contact with FINRA concerning MMTLP before the formation of the MMTLP community. The post above is a reach because I'm not certain that Sessions will be at the hearing. But the point I was trying to make is that if he was at this upcoming hearing, I'd imagine we'd see a version of Pete Sessions that is more serious about wanting to know the truth about MMTLP saga. That answer was longer than it needed to be, as you might be aware of some of that information, but it might help someone else that isn't. And guys, for now, we have a lot of actions in the United States, in the political sphere, and definitely for now a lot of people from Congress, who are also in the period of re-election year, they have to define their position very strong in order to have more benefits in the future. That is why we have to address to as many Congress members as we can in order to push our case forward. That is why, guys, please stay tuned, and in the upcoming videos I will tell you an update in regards to this matter. And guys, let me tell you my personal story. I have a wife and 2 children aged 11 and 15, as well as a small dog. After 30 years of living in Russia near the Baikal Lake, we decided to move. Now we reside in Serbia. Although I don't own any MMTLP shares, I invest a lot of time creating daily MMTLP videos. I have been doing this every day without days off and holidays for more than 1.5 years. Now I wish to buy back this time from my family, from my children. We've agreed that I will ask the MMTLP community to support me, and I will give all the money to the children. Therefore, if you believe that I am providing useful content for you and wish to support me, you can join my Patreon account. For $5 a month, I will add your name to my list of supporters if you wish. Thank you in advance. The link you can find in the description below. So, I think that's all information that I want to provide you. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel, and see you guys and girls next time. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, doing no cap. Only God wants you.